This LEGO Technic set started a revolution for LEGO Technic, and the reason why is because... Hey guys, this is JP's LEGO Reviews. Today, I'm going to review the LEGO Technic 911 GT3 RS. This LEGO set has a piece count of 2,704 pieces. The recommended age rating for this set is 16 and up, and the set number here is 42056. So let's break it down. Now, before going into the details of this set, I'm going to quickly just show you what this LEGO set looks like. It's a very, very complex LEGO set, and it is a Technic set, which is pretty surprising considering how good this set looks, because usually Technic sets can look pretty mediocre, but especially for the time this was released, which is 2016, this set looked absolutely fantastic. But now, let's explore what this LEGO Porsche has to offer when it comes to its functionality and what it can do. So, what does this LEGO set do? Well, firstly, you can open up the doors and there's a lot of functionality right here. Now, I'll show you that later, but before I go into that, there's a lot of aesthetic things you can do. You can lift up the boot, and then you have a bag here. Now, every LEGO set comes with a Porsche bag, but that's one thing you can do. Also, I will show you this. You see the steering wheel? Here you can actually turn the wheels side to side. It's much easier doing it when you're rolling, but you can do it even when it's completely still. Apart from that, you can also change the mirrors as well. And at the back, you can sort of adjust the spoiler, and you can also lift up this here. Now, the detail that's shown inside, which you can probably see here, is the V8 engine that comes in here. It's a 4-litre engine, and here's the engine detail you can see. Now, most of this detail is very unfortunately hidden in this LEGO set. You also get custom rims, which these rims are exclusive to this set. And if I just flip it under, you can see more how this works. You have the pistons over here. You have the steering system here. And the pistons are linked to the spinning of these two wheels, which that system runs there. There's the gear shifting system that occurs here. And a lot of this stuff is sort of interlinked. But yeah, this is what the Porsche 911 GT3 RS sort of system looks like. And this is unfortunately the best angle I can show it to you. Also, you have some pipes over down here as well, which more shows you the detail of this build. But now, let's look at the interior of this car. Unfortunately, the interior isn't the easiest thing to capture, so I'm going to try my best to absolutely capture it in the best way possible. And the other unfortunate thing is that the door doesn't open too well. So I'm firstly just going to completely unplug it. That didn't do anything. But here we have some dials over here showing the speed and a bit of other information. You also have a sticker here saying GT3 RS. Actually, that's easier to show you on the other side. Then here you have neutral, reverse, and drive. Now, what's interesting about this is if you roll the car on neutral, it actually doesn't activate the pistons. To activate it, you have to put it on drive or reverse. With the seats here, they are bucket seats in black and orange, but unfortunately they don't actually move. Then here, to sort of to change gears, you have your paddle shifters, where if we I'm gonna just zoom in here for a bit. If you shift between gears on the paddle shifter, you can see that it does have an effect here. Now, let's just zoom back into 1x zoom. We also have this bit which obviously changes the gears. It's a really complex system, and also there's a bit of, not wire, but a bit of gear running underneath, and that also has something to do with changing gears on this as well. Apart from that, I'm going to quickly just lift it up top, where it's pretty plain at the back, but you have a mini roll cage as well. I'll show you the other side of the car, and then I'll move on to the instructions and then my final thoughts. Now, as you can see on the right side of the car, or the passenger side, we have this tile here, And this is a custom sort of password, if you will, if you want to actually go and look up some information about the Porsche as well, where it's only exclusive for those who own the set. Apart from that, you have obviously the seat here where you can adjust the, I think what you call it, the fire, where your fires go, you can shift it up and down. And then you have a GT3 RS logo here as well. And apart from that, that's really all the functionality of the set. Unfortunately, a lot of it is hidden, especially the pistons, which is quite disappointing. But now, let's move on to the instructions before I show you my final thoughts, or share rather, my final thoughts on this set. Also, you have these sorts of plastic, wires here that actually help to create the shaping of the windows of the Porsche 911. So, let's move on to the instructions now. Now, this is the instruction manual for the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. And as you can see, it's a massive instruction manual, but it's also not just big as well, but it has a lot of detail as well, which is awesome to see. You can see plenty of interesting things about the car, and yeah. So if we just skip for a minute up to the end of bag 1, well, actually I go a bit further back. If I just show you the piston area for a second. Here you can see the pistons and how it works. It's actually a V6, so I do apologize, but it looks really interesting. You can get to see in the instruction manual how it all goes together, and it's a really cool building experience, I will say that. It's a special building experience. This is the custom code that you see. You have the inner detail of the car, which I showed you, and also here's some more pictures of the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, and it's a massive instruction manual. I believe, looking just at this, yeah, this is maybe 600-700 possible pages. This is a lot, but it's really well done, and LEGO Technic put a high amount of effort. But now, let's move on to my final thoughts. Now, what are my final thoughts on this LEGO Technic set? Well, to be frank, this LEGO Technic set started a revolution for LEGO Technic, and the reason why is because LEGO Technic with this set made its first ever fully detailed licensed car. Now, LEGO Technic really haven't made many cars before this, and if they have made cars, they usually haven't been licensed until this point. But this LEGO Technic set really did start a revolution, and this is the new type of flagship LEGO Technic set that they're making. And I'm going to be honest, this set is fantastic. Actually, it's probably one of the best LEGO Technic sets they've ever made. The amount of detail is insane, especially considering the fact that this was made almost 10 years ago in 2016, which is mind-blowing. It's awesome to see how much detail and effort and love LEGO put into it. But this series of LEGO Technic set sold so well that they then made the Bugatti Chiron set, which I've reviewed as well, and they've also even made like the Land Rover Defender and then smaller versions of this, which, to be fair, hasn't actually gone the best for LEGO, but the Porsche in itself really expanded what LEGO Technic could become, and the functionality here is superb. But what's unfortunate about this set, and I will say this, is for a LEGO Technic fan like myself, and for any LEGO Technic fan, LEGO Technic hide the functionality under a beautifully made shell. And because of this, I'm going to rate it 4.5 stars out of 5. And the reason why is because it should be 5 out of 5. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with this set. Actually, LEGO Technic, especially for their first effort, this has everything right in it. It looks fantastic, and especially considering it was made in 2016, it's simply a futuristic build for LEGO. But unfortunately, they've hidden too many of the key functions, which is a bit of a shame because it looks great on display, but the functions are hidden away. You can't see how the gear shifting system works. You can't really see how the piston system works. It's a very complex system where the pistons link up to if you're in reverse and drive, and then if so, it even spins a bit faster depending on, obviously, if you shifted it or not. But because the fact that LEGO have hidden it, it's a 4.5 out of 5 because, well, the best part about this set, which is its functionality, is hidden away after you build it. And that's a real shame. But obviously you can't get this set today. When you're watching this, you probably will be able to get the Ferrari. Then there's obviously 2024's one that came out as well. I think it's going to be it's a McLaren of some sort, but that one will come out. And I highly recommend getting these flagship Technic sets. They're simply awesome, and if you're a fan of engineering, of cars, and of LEGO Technic, you're going to love this set. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are on this LEGO set. I think it's fantastic. But again, let me know down below what your thoughts are on this set. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button. If you want to see more content just like this, please subscribe. I hope you guys truly have an innovative, a successful day, and keep building.